Yo, what's going down, everybody? It is Straight Out of Boston here, aka the King of Boston, and today we're looking at a few kind of off-the-court things before we get into this gameplay. So we're looking to re-sign Greg Monroe. He is going to be a free agent after this year, and I pretty much threw him a little bit less than a max, but he took it. So we got Greg Monroe for the next next 5 or so years. You can see there Rodney Stuckey is ineligible though to be re-signed, so I don't know what I'm going to be doing at the shooting guard position after this year. But Monroe's going to be there. It's a little bit of a cap hit because before that Monroe was on a rookie year contract, but we had the space to do it, and that's why I'm a little bit concerned about re-signing Stuckey, because I don't know how much of a cap hit that's going to be. So I might just roll with Shabazz Muhammad and then look for someone else in the offseason. But you see, we're going through a couple trades here. I'm thinking about dealing Chris Douglas-Robertson, Andre Drummond, and then maybe throwing a first-round pick in there and seeing if we can get a big name. But we weren't getting any big, really well-known players in the trade finder. There's one for Wilson Chandler, but that's 2 first-round picks. There's one for Nerlens Noel. Again, it's 2 first-round picks. And I was really just looking for anyone who I thought would be a big name for us. Maybe at the small forward position. I'm not really sure. Kind of looking at small forwards at this point. I don't know if Chandler Parsons is really the guy. I don't know. He hasn't been a big part of the offense recently. And we're going to get a trade here looking for Harrison Barnes. This is Chandler Parsons, a first-rounder, and Chris Douglas-Roberts. And I'd probably switch this first-rounder out for one in 2014. But it's an interesting deal because, like I said, I'm not concerned about keeping Chris Douglas-Roberts. I think we're deep enough. I just feel like Drummond and Chris Douglas-Roberts aren't really playing maybe as many minutes they should be, or just playing. I don't really know how to describe it, but I feel like they should be playing better, but it's not their fault. It's just because they're not getting good minutes. And I'm not concerned about giving up Chris Douglas-Roberts, and the first round pick also doesn't concern me. And then it'd kind of be Chandler Parsons for Harrison Barnes. But before we make any opinions on that trade, there is one other gameplay that I have to show you before we kind of think about that trade too hard. But I just wanted to get your guys' idea of what you kind of think of it. Do you like Chandler Parsons? Do you think Harrison Barnes might be a little bit better? So you can see we're going up against the Miami Heat in this game. And this is going to be a really fun game. It's the first and second quarters are a little bit short because we kind of had 2 minutes there of looking at, trades and signings and stuff like that. So it's going to, the first and second quarters are a little bit shut down, or a little bit, not shut down, you know what I mean. But trust me, it does get good in the third and fourth. So you can see Brandon Knight drains the 3 there. And the Heat actually have Carl Landry on their team. And he starts, I guess, over Shane Battier at the 4. And that is actually, originally I was like, oh no, they got another quality player, another guy who can score. Landry's getting like 13 and 6 in real life right now, and it could be a bit of a problem for us. But Carl Landry sucks at defense. I'm not gonna be blunt about it. I'm just, he's not that good. And we have we have the Twin Towers down there with Greg Monroe and Dwight Howard. Both of them are on like 5-year deals now, so they're gonna be around for a while. And look at LeBron just. I don't know if he broke Dwight's ankles or Dwight tried to flop. I didn't even know. Look at this. It's just falling. I think he must have tried to flop or something. I did accidentally, but anyway. And you got 2 Twin Towers down there, and you have, Chris Bosh is okay defensively. He's not a stud, but he's all right. And then Carl Landry kind of sucks at defense, so we have some mismatches down there, and I think we definitely are going to look to take advantage of that. But Rodney Stuckey here is going to drain the 3, and Brandon Knight put on a passing exhibition today. As you're going to see, Stuckey catches it at the top. He's going to find Shabazz Muhammad, who's going to look for Knight in the corner, and Brandon Knight is absolute cash from 3. He really had another good game. He's probably my favorite player to play with. And watch this. So you get called for the reach and foul. Inbound, 2.6 seconds left in the alley-oop. Look at that. Mario Chalmers was just unresponsive. We'll take a look at it again with this replay. Chandler Parsons lobs it up. Perfect pass. And Brandon Knight didn't even look like he was looking at it. But, Mario Chalmers just didn't respond to Knight's cut, which was a little bit weird. But really the first 2 quarters or so were back and forth. No one really pulled away too much. You can see the nice pass there from Brandon Knight to Deshaun Thomas, and Thomas gets the dunk. And now the Heat have this rookie point guard there, Kevin Boyton, but he turns it over. Knight now is going to look for Dwight Howard on the alley-oop, and Dwight Howard puts that one down. So we have a 6-point lead now, but the Heat would cut it back down. It's just down to 2 now, and Deshaun Thomas is going to get the nice and one on the Euro step. I didn't know he had that in his game, but it's so instinctive for me to do Euro steps when I go into the lane at this point because I do them so much with Tragic Bronson and, you know, other guys like that. So Shabazz Muhammad misses the fadeaway there, but Chandler Parsons on the offensive board. And, you know, it's not that Chandler Parsons isn't a good player. It's just that, yeah, I mean, in the limited, you know, amounts I give him the ball, he still seems to get like 7, 5, and 5 for me. But before I keep talking about that, let's just watch this. Norris Cole from half court, and it's good. The Heat cut the lead to 4 going into halftime. I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, back to Chandler Parsons. I guess it's that I don't feel comfortable giving him the ball in an ISO situation and kind of telling him to create his own shot or something. So, you know, I mean, that's why he's on the first unit. You know, that's why he starts, because he doesn't need to do that when he's surrounded by Stuckey and Knight, Monroe, and Howard. But, yeah, you know, I like Parsons. I like him in real life. He's very good in real life. I just feel like maybe I'm not finding a place for him in this offense. Not too sure, but we'll figure it out. And you can see D. Wade getting a Sprite Slam cam on the nice dunk there. So like I said, really back and forth so far. Still a very tight game. Dwight Howard now trying to go to work on Chris Bosh, but whenever he gets doubled, I always kick it out to Brandon Knight for 3. And like I said, Brandon Knight is one of my favorite players to play with. I was watching a bit of the Pistons game the other night against the Hawks, trying to find him, but I guess he must have been hurt or something because he wasn't playing. But Dwight Howard kicks it out to Knight once again, and Dwight Howard is putting on a passing exhibition at this point. Knight's got 19 and 11, so he's got a double-double. And you can see Dwayne Wade just making Chris Douglas-Roberts look like a fool there with those size-up moves. But Stuckey now on the drive is going to kick it out to Chandler Parsons, and Parsons does have that spot-up shooter signature skill, but he cannot get that to go. But Dwight Howard on the offensive board, he really, really had a good game. I don't know if he had something to say about the Heat or something, but, you know, it is what it is. So it's out of bounds now with 0.5 seconds left. Another inbound play, and keep your eye on Dwight Howard. Watch what he's about to do. Cuts in and catches the ridiculous alley-oop. Does the little ball, C-ball. Shout out to K-Spade for the name of that move. And it was pretty cool. And now Knight finds Shabazz Muhammad in the corner for the last second, too. So we're up by 7 at this point. Starting to get a little bit of space. Trying to pull away. You know, I definitely was concerned going into this game about, you know, just playing the Heat, but I really feel like the team grew a lot in this game. I definitely have a newfound confidence for them and for this bunch. I'm going to bump the difficulty up to Hall of Fame, not after this video, but after the next one, because I already have the next one recorded. And you can see I didn't even mean to take that shot with Jonas Jerebko, but we're up by 13 at this point, and it really looks like this game is all but over. But LeBron and D. Wade would have something to say about that. Batman and Robin. And you can see Brandon Knight's stat line next time he carries the ball. He's already got 20 assists. He really put on a passing clinic like I told you guys. And Bosh hits the mid-range jumper there, so lead's cut to 9, 5 minutes left. And then an inbound steal, foolish play by me. Mario Chalmers hits LeBron James, and James cuts the lead to 7. So now still a 7-point lead. Knight's trying to keep his team, you know, not in this game, but trying to keep this lead, I should say. And he's going to drain the 3 there. He's got 24 points and 21 assists, as you can see. And now James, top of the key with Parsons on him. He's going to find D. Wade, who's open, and he's going to take that one, and he's not going to miss that. So the lead's still at 10. They need to get something going. 2.5 minutes left. Can the Heat come back? Bosh now has got Howard on him. Tried to face him up, but he's going to give it to Wade. He's going to find Bosh again. Who's going to get the nice running slam. And you can see once again, Brandon Knight got 22 assists now. I love Brandon Knight. But D-Wade now on the drive, finds LeBron. LeBron does a little up and under move, and he's going to cut the lead to 7 with 1:45 left. The Heat by no means are out of this game. Still a 7-point lead. They get the inbound steal, and LeBron once again, somehow that didn't get blocked by D-Wade. And that was going out, but Brandon Knight did get called for goaltending. So it's a 5-point game at this point, as I went back and forth for a little bit. But now D-Wade's going to hit the mid-range jumper there, cut it to 3. Now we miss. Chris Bosh gets the ball outlet to D-Wade. He's all by himself on the break. He slams that in. It is a 1-point game. This lead has been erased by the Miami Heat, and now D-Wade. Chance for maybe the last shot of the game. Bosh finds Chalmers, and Chalmers puts it in. The comeback is complete. The Heat have taken the lead. Last second chance for us. Brandon Knight tries to drive in. Gets a good look. It just falls out. Rodney Stuckey on the offensive boards, and he misses a layup. Oh, that was heartbreaking. Oh, man. That just was hard. That was a hard loss, to say the least. Really wanted that game. But then we can see the team stats there. I mean, we should have beat the Heat. Look at the categories. You know, we really dominated them. And obviously only lost by 1. You can see Brandon Knight went off for 23 assists, Dwight Howard had a good game. A lot of guys double figures. That's good to see. And yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap up this video. So we're looking at the Heat stat line. And look at the two shooting percentages from Dwayne and LeBron. 17 of 23 and 17 of 22 respectively. Each had 2 steals. Each had 6 and 7 assists and 5 and 2 rebounds and 38 and 36 points. It's ridiculous. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. And as always, I'm out. Peace.